It's your daily tea. It's your daily tea. It's your daily tea with B. Welcome to your daily tarot prediction that I do not do every day, but you see it on the day that you're meant to see it. So, hopefully, you guys had a good weekend. I'm a little low energy today. I just had a very overwhelming weekend, honestly, mentally and emotionally. And I'm still kind of getting back on track, getting my footing back in the ground. So I've just been taking my time, practicing a lot of self care and loving myself so that I can give love to you all and help you progress. But I can't help anybody if I don't help myself, right? So today we're just doing a quick little daily tea with B. And let's see, what do I want to shout out? Shout out to my human design consultations. I'm going to really get the ball rolling with that type of content. Like I've been mentioning, the human design consultations, all that is on my website. You can sign up. You can get a breakdown of your chart. We can come up with like different things for you, and we go from there. But yeah, so we're going to just dive in, and then I'm going to also continue on working on some of the June monthly reads after this. But yeah, so I did kind of like a pre-shuffle, a 3 card spread just to see where the energy is at for this week. So how I want to do it is like I'll probably do Monday. That'll be like a week ahead message. Then I'll do a midweek check-in on Wednesdays. And then on Friday, that's the weekend reading. So we'll see how that goes, okay? So yeah, let's see. We have Temperance. So we have Sagittarius, we have the Star, Aquarius, and then we have the Magician. All majors, major arcana. Magician is Virgo, Gemini. So I do feel like this week there is going to be a real emphasis on healing, especially emotional healing. Temperance is just about finding that peace, that balance, that moderation where there's been so much ups and downs. There's been so many extremes. I think this week is going to be one, or especially today, where you're like prioritizing finding your peace or prioritizing your healing. And when you do that, that allows your manifestations to actually flow towards you instead of if you're fighting your emotional healing, you're fighting your emotional health. I feel like that really just puts a whole blockage over like what is manifesting and what is coming towards us here. So let's see if we can clarify these cards. Oh, hold on, y'all. Can we clarify Temperance, Star, Magician? What is actually being healed and what is manifesting? I think we're getting out of like a funk, like a funk. Ooh, yeah. So we're kind of getting out of a funk, but it's like one of those things where it gets worse before it gets better. I mean, I definitely resonate with that. So it's like you have this 10 of Swords where something ended for you, or you're mentally making peace with an ending or a transition in your life. Instead of ignoring it, acting like it's not there, but you're seeing how you like just fully processing that, admitting truth to yourself and feeling through it allows the wheel to get turning again. It allows things to start to flow and fluctuate where you're just been like in this place of like, I don't really feel like doing anything, or I'm sad, or I'm kind of in a depression. And then like once you like really hit rock bottom, so to speak, I think that's when you can kind of get up again. So this week might be one of which we really hit a low. So we're able to really start the real healing process, because when you are like avoiding pain, you're avoiding healing, you're not admitting to yourself that you're going through something, or you're just trying to distract yourself, it really does prolong the process, as to where if you just feel through it, you feel everything at once, or you feel everything as much as you possibly can, I think that just it opens a whole new door to the next level. So, what in particular are we healing through this week and finding peace about? You have time apart, making peace with a separation, or feeling like you need some distance or some space from others or a particular person or situation. And I think there's going to be renewed sense of hope. That's what I really get from this star card. Like this renewed sense of being able to see the bright side of a situation. I think it's been a little bit dark for some of us. Tell us more for like what we are healing through this week and what we can expect. We have change. We have think before you act. That came out on Friday. Oops, hold on. Intuition, it will work out. Life purpose. Yeah, I just kind of think we're all, well, maybe not all of us, but, you know, take it if it resonates for you, where there's been like a little bit of, there's been kind of like this sense of not knowing if things are going to work out or how things are going to work out, or feeling this lost sense of self. Like, I don't even know where I'm going, or I don't know who I am. You have change because of some loss or some type of death or rebirth process. You have death or rebirth, and then you have crying or release right under that. So there's definitely a transition in your life, or a transition that you're going through, where it's kind of like you hit this peak where you're like, I'm just here. I don't really know what's next for me. I don't really know how to walk through this. I'm just walking, just walking in the dark. And for some of you, you're going to get the clarity you need this week. Somebody might reach out to you. They will reach out. If you're feeling lost about a particular person that you haven't heard from, it is likely that they are going to reach out to you. You have therapists talking through, like, feeling like these feelings with somebody that you trust or with a therapist can really help you. And then your life purpose, you will start to understand more of what your life purpose is if you haven't really been feeling like you know why you're here in this world. You'll start to see things turn around. You will. And then you have there's someone better, or you'll start to see like a new perspective this week on a situation that was just feeling very either confusing, unfruitful, disappointing. You just feel detached, you feel numb, you don't know how you feel everything, you feel nothing. So it's like there's a real sense of a new direction with those feelings. Like you're not just going to be feeling stuck. Things are going to get moving again. Wheel of Fortune, which is fated events and occurrences where you're like, okay, finally there's some type of change. Like we're getting somewhere. Like I'm getting answers. I'm getting clarity. I have a new sense of direction. I know where I'm going a little bit now, or I kind of understand why this is happening. So let's pull any other cards here and then we'll pull an affirmation. Any other cards for this week for everyone with healing and direction and things? We have Gemini. We're in Gemini season. Fourth house, we had this card last week. And then we have Saturn. Oop. I think we're also kind of getting some clarity on what we need to feel emotionally stable. And again, there's still this conflict with the Mars, the Aries Mars energy, and then we have that restrictive Saturn. And we talked about this on Friday, where it's like these two cards, and then the fourth house also, like all this brings so much restriction because Capricorn is square Aries, ruler of Mars. Mars ruling Aries, and then Cancer is also square Aries. So we have so much restriction we know what we want to put into action, but we don't know how to put the emotions aside to accomplish it, or we don't know how to drive it home. We feel very limited in our resources or in our mindsets. And so there's just so much like you feel like you're in a box, you know? And I think with Gemini this week, it's like learning how to just be very fluid and go with things moment to moment, instead of like trying to plan out, okay, I'm gonna have energy to do this day and this day and this day. Like, just wake up and see how you feel. That's Gemini energy. Just wake up and see what you feel like doing that day. And I'm not talking about like your priorities, like you have to go to work, but like the ways in which you're going to navigate thinking about situations, or what you're going to focus on, or what you're going to spend so much time obsessing over. Like, you have control over those things in your life. And this week, it'll be about not trying to control so many outside circumstances and just going with the flow. All right, so what is the affirmation for this week for everyone? What is, let me get one more. Okay. So we have 3 because they're all kind of short. Balance, slow down, lighten your load so you can float. And Gemini energy is really about all that. There's a lot of heaviness here, and it's like you have to do process of elimination this week to understand what are things that you can like get off your plate. What are things that you've been carrying that you don't even have to worry about? You've just been holding the weight, or it's dead weight. It's old, that you don't even need to worry about it because you can't fix it or you can't do anything about it. You have, I am safe in my arms. I care for myself like no one else. That's all about giving yourself self-love. And then I am love. I give love freely. I receive love constantly. So opening your heart and being able to receive, like, one, giving yourself that love that you want from other people. And then that'll kind of help you to be open to also receiving it and seeing where you tend to push it away. But definitely, if you have any of these placements, Temperance, Sagittarius, star card Aquarius, or Virgo, Gemini, there's a strong emphasis on either reaching a completion of a healing process this week, or like a lot of healing is done this week. And in a very graceful way. It's not, there's no harshness here. Star card and Temperance is very gentleness, is having compassion. Harshness is like Death card and the Tower. Like, that is like a very aggressive type of like healing. Like, it's forceful. This is very gentle. And it's like you get these little confirmations throughout the week that you are cared for by your spiritual team, by people that you know that love you, but maybe you just haven't had. It's like you've had your blinders on. Like, it's hard to see. You know, when you're going through a situation, it's hard to see support. It's hard to feel love. But I think this week is going to be very eye-opening to see that people do care. Somebody does love you. Your spiritual team is working with you, guiding you. But it's like you just have to be open to seeing it and like know that your feelings don't equal the facts of the reality. Your feelings, if you're in an emotional low, everything seems very gloomy and gray in your life. And then if you're in a high, everything can seem perfect and wonderful and amazing. So that just goes to show you that feelings are real, but they are not a true reflection of reality all the time. So that's just something to consider if you're feeling the fluctuations and the waves of the emotions, and you'll feel a lot better by the end of the week. You'll feel more healed if you allow the emotions to just be and go and come through you and leave, instead of trying to distract yourself, suppress, run away, anything like that. Okay, so that's what we got for Daily Tea with B. Thank you guys for watching. If this reading resonated for you, let me know in the comments down below. And like, comment, share, subscribe so the channel can thrive. I am at Tarot by Bronx on everything.